What up guys, welcome back to the vlog. We are kicking things off with some new inventory this week. We've got a new R32 GT-R that just came into our inventory on BBS LM wheels, gunmetal, classic. We've got a black S15 Spec R here on SSRs. We've got a deep marine blue R33 GT-R on Nismo wheels that just came in. This color is so sick. We've got a silver R33 GT-R and hopefully some more things arriving to us this week. Lots to get into. So as we start pulling these cars out, moving them around, I'll definitely touch on each one of these individually because it has been a minute since we've gotten some fresh inventory up in here. But now that we have some, hopefully we'll be able to do a little bit more features on some of these cars. Right now though, it is time to start thinking about Nissan Challenge, the next race, first race of the year, 2 weeks away. So I'm heading over to our Long Beach location where Ernie and Sean are working on the R32 GT-R. Lots to get done there. Brake master cylinder, some brake things, and also we're gonna start tearing apart the engine that I blew last season so we can get into that, start the rebuilding process. So lots to do this week. Let's get into it. I'm wrapping up my Monday at our Cypress location before going to Long Beach with my fun little Sunday cruiser, Monday cruiser, I guess. This is our Nissan Figaro. A buddy of mine is an artist, asked if he could put this in his music video, which is filming tomorrow in downtown LA. So of course I said yes, definitely want to try to help him out when I can. This thing is pretty funky. It's a Nissan Figaro. It's a Pike factory car, which was like basically this thing that Nissan did for a little bit to design cars that looked like they were inspired from, 50s and 60s, but as a modern car. So this is actually a 1991. I mean, it has everything that a 1991 car would have. It just looks much older. It has this kind of interesting convertible top to it, so it's kind of like an aero cabin. So this will be cool. Can't tell you who it is because he's still filming, and also obviously when the music video comes out, I will share it somewhere. But in the meantime, gonna be rocking this thing home tonight and then down to downtown LA. It is a tiny car, but I do decently fit okay in it. I didn't start vlogging when we did this, but by the way, we're here at the Long Beach location, and Ernie and I are taking apart the RV26 that I blew up earlier this year. So we're looking through here, and obviously there's a good amount of gunk in here. I'll preface this by saying that I didn't always use Pennzoil in this engine, but one of our problems that we're seeing here, as you can see right here, these little areas are where the oil comes through, and then we get to this one, and what's that? That looks like it doesn't exist anymore, and then back over to the other one. So according to Ernie, what happened here is that eventually oil pump just saw itself out, and then it stops pumping oil. And eventually, since this is the last place to get oil, we see oil starvation, which is exactly what this engine suffered from. Some of these really nice, some of these not so nice. So the intake side is what went.
This is, yeah, the intake side locked up on this and maybe this. So this stopped, which is what we heard at the very end when it said and it shut down. Because once this locked up, pistons started hitting the valves and bent them. So some might say even the pistons might be slightly damaged because they hit the valves. So if you look closely on the intake side, you're probably going to see marks where the valves hit the pistons. This is what they call an interference engine. This is the intake side. So look, like that's kind of a divot right there. And you can see how loose the piston. That's kind of normal because these are aluminum, so the pistons expand as they warm up.
So the good news is the block is still good on this RV26. Thank you to Pennzoil Platinum Full Synthetic for helping save that and continuing to work when the oil pump failed. The crank itself is still good. Pistons are still good. The head, not so great. But this entire rotating assembly is going to go away. We'll use the block for another race car engine and probably doing a 2.8, some sort of stroker kit, and this as a kind of fun separate engine for the R32 GT-R. All right, we just dropped off the cars for my buddy Omar, shooting a music video today. Couldn't film anything on set, but I'm definitely gonna let you guys know when this video drops because it's always sick when he does it. We've done so many music videos with him in the past. Love his music too. But we are here right now at my buddy Anthony's place. It's called it used to be Auto Conduct. It's DTLA Auto Storage. We got a sick coffee shop in here. I don't know what it's called yet, but it does have a name. I should probably put that in somewhere. But there's some great cars here. Carter's R33 GT-R is here. This is still in the livery from when we did the Gran Turismo movie shoot, which if you remember I had the pink R34 GT-R for that with Antisocial Social Club, and this is the Bape R33 GT-R. One of my dream cars right next to it, 991 GT3 sitting there, and of course this really thick E36 M3. They've got a pretty cool setup around here. Got a little clothing store here, Collegium, which is a shoe brand through here, and then of course their coffee shop if you want to come down and get some you know, work from home vibes or work not from home vibes. But the real gems here are the cars. There's so many cool ones. We've got Sonia's NSX, OMG it's Firefox. If you don't follow her, she does cool car stuff. We've got the Hako GT-R, genuine GT-R that I sold these guys a while back, sitting here outside underneath their Just Storage sign. A really cool Nissan Patrol, and then of course our friend Rod's 935 Porsche. This thing is really sick. I've seen the complete evolution of this car from when its early days were all the way through multiple liveries to where it sits now. This thing is ultra rad. So these guys are well known for doing car storage and also throwing some pretty banger events. In here is some more of the cars that they have in storage, which is pretty sick. We keep a few cars here. We have some customers that keep cars here. There's always cool stuff around here. You can see some Skylines in the background there, some Defenders over here, and then back there they've got a kind of little setup shop where they help support some kind of local artists and local brands. So always cool to be around here. But now it is time to go take care of something that's been needing to be taken care of forever, and that is getting my 911 fixed. It's got a smashed out window in it because somebody broke into it, and needs a few other little things, so we're starting that right now. All right, so we're picking the Figaro and the Stage U back up from set. We're at the top down, and I'm thinking, hey, I might just whip it back with the top down, you know? I don't know, why not? It's a nice day out today, I think, so might do that. But boys are finishing up filming here. They got a Ferrari in. Can't show you everything, but maybe just a little sneak. We have a couple cars leaving us today. The black R34 GT-R just shipped. Didn't get a video of it because I was busy finalizing a sale on another car, but we did have another car that just showed up as well. We've got this R33 GT-R on these work equipped wheels, pretty stock, top secret front lip, Nismo bumper. So this thing's pretty nice. This will be in our inventory soon, and I think it should be a pretty reasonably priced car. It looks pretty nice, pretty stock. Haven't totally checked it out yet, but definitely seems like it'll be a good, easy sale. We got the Bayside Blue R34 GT-R V-Spec out front. That is because this weekend we are doing an event with our friends over at Avants, and because we're doing an event here, small event, invite only through some of their subscribers, we are doing some stuff around the shop, including getting this place looking a little bit nicer, which if you ask me looks a lot nicer. So this S15 sitting out front, I think I might take this for the weekend. Got some events that we're going to go to, and I needed something to drive, but we kind of staged all of our cars here, so it looks like a more traditional dealership when you walk in. If you remember earlier in the video, things were kind of just randomly parked all over the place, which is just how we've done it for a long time. But we staged all of these. We've got a company that comes out now and is going to wash them every week, so get these nice and clean and keep them outside and staged and protected. It's been raining, so we got some car covers hanging, but the rest of these cars here kind of all lined up. So all of these cars are available in our inventory. as we continue to kind of get things ready. Andrew's cleaning things up over here. We've got this WRX finally set and on the way and leaving us, and right next to it this Evo 5 that sold and is on the way out as well. We've got the Stagia that is getting picked up on Monday, so that car is on its way out. And we've got this R34 GT-T that sold, which I'm working on transport now. So lots of things leaving us right now. Inside, we've got some new things as well that just came in. We've got this silver R33 GT-R that I showed kind of earlier in the video. We've got this S15 Spec R that is completely stock, really low mileage car that is in as well. We've got the blue R33 GT-R here. We've got another white S15 that just arrived that is on these kind of odd style work wheels, but does look pretty cool. It has the super desirable front bumper on it, so that's really nice. And then the 911 is back, so this is going to get some work done on it next week. My friend Ash is coming by to go through that. And we've got another R32 GT-R here getting cleaned up. Really jealous of these Brembo brakes that are on it. And of course the same wheels that are on my R33 GT-R, so that's nice. But this car is already sold on the way over here, went really quickly. And then finally leaving us is Ryan Denton's R32 GT-R. The battery is being a little bit finicky, so we replaced it for the customer so he doesn't have to deal with that when the car arrives. But excited to see this one go. All right, we have spent a lot of time this week moving things around. That's basically what I've been doing, moving stuff around the shop. You can see we've got some stuff here kind of reorganized, resituated. Again, the plan is to try to get this place looking a little bit more like a traditional dealership. We have been kind of stuck doing all of our operations here, from sales to production to working on cars, washing cars, all sorts of stuff here, which has put a lot of pressure on kind of everybody to use the space efficiently. But now that Long Beach is up and running and a lot of that stuff is out of here, we just start thinking about how to make this look like a regular kind of dealership, whether that's adding more lifts or that kind of stuff. Outside, we've rearranged a few things so it's looking a little bit more normal here. We've got, as I mentioned, these two cars leaving us. So my hope is to kind of have this as like a staging area of cars that are leaving or are kind of in the final process of being out, cars that are shipping. And then out here, more traditional style of you come here and you can look at cars and we have things on display and for sale. So lots of R32s here, lots of R33s here. We had a guy come wash these today, so gonna try to keep that up. But we do have some sales going on as well. We have this R33 GT-R that is finally leaving us. Excited about that. We have this R32 GT-R, which the lights haven't quite kicked on here, so it's kind of dark, but completely stock R32 GT-R, 34,000 kilometers on it, one owner car. This is getting California compliance done on it, so this car is going to be leaving us as well. And we've got this gunmetal car that just came in is leaving us. We've got this R33, which I mentioned, leaving us. And inside, we've got this R34 GT-R leaving us. And that S15 leaving us. And I just sold this one a couple hours ago. So we're expecting the funds and payment on this one early next week. And the black S15 I think is finally wrapped up, so that one is going to be leaving us as well. So a successful week this week sales wise, but the week is not over. Tomorrow we have Avants here doing a test drive for some of their magazine subscribers and members, and with that we're going to be doing 32, 33, 34. So this is the R33 GT-R that we're going to be using. Is a silver R33 GT-R V-Spec on TE37s. I just drove it a little bit. Good car. The Bayside Blue V-Spec R34 GT-R on Nismo wheels. Pretty hard to go wrong with that one. I think people are going to really like this car. And then after doing a little bit of shuffling around, we have settled on this R32 GT-R as the R32 GT-R that people are going to get to drive tomorrow. So back here bright and early tomorrow to get that done. And the night is not over yet though, because tonight my friend Brandon is hosting a meet in downtown LA. It is called The Meet. If you followed the channel for a little bit, you've seen I've kind of been going to those since they started. Tonight's is with Antisocial Social Club and with Honda. So I am going to be taking this S15 Spec R up for that. I haven't really spent a lot of time driving S15s yet. As you guys know, I own one. It's in Japan. I've never driven that one. So I'm going to drive this one tonight, which I think will be cool, fun, and enjoyable. And I'm hoping that I really, really like it because, like I said, I own one of these, and it would suck to own something that you don't like. That all said, what a long week, but 2 more days of it to go yet with events and car things, but I'm happy that this is coming together and looking a lot nicer in here, and hopefully will continue to get better throughout the future. All right, so we're up here in LA, long day at the shop, but driving the S15 was sick. I did really enjoy driving this car. It is really nice. I'm excited to have one of my own, and we're gonna hop inside right now because there's a lot of sick cars in here, including some really cool stuff from Mugen and King Motorsports, which is actually from Wisconsin. And we're gonna go inside. There's some loud music in here, so I'm just gonna try to shoot some B-roll and put some cool music over the top of it. That's a wrap. We are leaving with some Polner and some Yerba Montes, and early morning tomorrow morning for the Avants test drives. All right guys, it is Saturday. We're still at it this week. We're at Toprank, where we are doing a ride and drive where people can come out, test drive an R32, R33, R34, but not just anyone. It is people who are magazine subscribers and members at Avants. Avants is a magazine that is distributed all over. We've got the posters set up here, and people can come check in and choose to drive the cars. We got the S15 that I drove last night, kind of front and center. Out front, people have time slots, so we don't just have like 100 people hanging out, but we do have people kind of waiting to hop into their cars next. So you can see some people that have signed up are through. We've got the R32 GT-R V-Spec, which Steve is driving. He is well versed in the R33s. We've got the R32 GT-R that I've been switching kind of in and out of, and then also the R34 GT-R that we've been driving as well. So we've got some people lined up to go for some drives, and taking care of people here. I'm not sure what Alvin is doing. Some weird massagey stuff going on over here. You know what I'm saying? Loosen him up for his test drive, I guess. But we are going to take some more people out and keep driving these GTRs, giving people a chance to experience some of our favorite cars. Who you got? Someone in the R33?
The best car, man. We're taking the best people out.
Okay. So part of what we're doing is giving people the opportunity to drive these cars that have never driven them before. We got Alvin here. He's set to take someone out in the R32 GT-R who's never driven an R32 GT-R before. And I have a passenger who's never driven an R34 before, right?
Yeah, that's right.
First time. Cool. So Bayside Blue V-Spec R34 GT-R. What up, Michael? And you've already driven the 32 today, so this isn't that much different.
That's right.
Just mostly it's a 6-speed.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it. Yeah, get comfortable. All right, we're coming in. What'd you think of the 34?
It was epic.
Yeah, nice.
Way better than the 32.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I like the styling of the 32, but drivability, if you have the money, go for a 34.
34 it is.
Yes.
You got my next driver.
Oh my God.
And the R32 GT-R. You ready to drive the greatest car ever made?
Yeah.
By Nissan in 1990. Oh, there we go. That
I
Brian.
would take the 32 over the 34 any day.
Ooh, see? All right.
Hot take. You got a good one.
That's the same one I'm saying, so let's see what you think, man.
All right.
All right, so we're returning back. Curious, what do you think?
Love it. Love
Nice.
it.
Nice.
I love
32
it.
fan?
32 fan.
Nice, man. Yeah, this is a good one. Oof. All right, so we're hopped out. What you think, man? Good?
Yeah, it's
Nice. Again, these cars are available on our website, importedvehicle.com, if you want to buy one. If you choose not to buy today,
This
available.
year's open house was great. And not as much as people, so it was not crazy amount of people.
Yeah, not crazy, huh? All right, the test drive day went great, and things are still continuing here on this Saturday. We got the S15 out tonight for a little celebration at Bowles, and also a charitable effort. Tonight we are, or Bowles is hosting a little thing, I'm just attending, where we're raising some money for fire victims here in Los Angeles, California. That's still continuing to be a thing, but got the S15 here, and let's hop across the street before we get hit by this bus and check it out. Inside we got Dye's S2000 from Evasive, and this is Bowles. It's a super cool spot. It's lots of like little gigs here. We've done some events with Dye and Greta here in the past, and always cool stuff and cool people around. So this is the Evasive S2000 RS that Dye drives. See inside. Pretty sick car. And one of my favorite features of this car actually is the exhaust, which is so sick. Really cool way of doing a side exit for sure. And some of the other little things they have here are pretty great. Interesting ways to park your die casts. All right, that's gonna wrap it up for tonight. Sick event. Might take the S15 out to go get some shots tonight if I can find any photographer homies that want to do it, but otherwise probably some more car events in the morning. Man, this thing looks so good. All right, so we are at yet another car event this weekend. It's Sunday, and we are here at Period Correct. Took the S15 again. There are some sick cars here, including a pair of 997s here, Carrera S's, just like mine. 997 Turbo over there. And Period Correct is a really cool spot. They sell all sorts of cool things, do some really great collaborations with other brands like Roof. Got a 997 Turbo here. I want one of those. And I think I see Taka's car over there. This is Taka's Hako. I'm sure you've seen it in the vlog before, but really super nice car. Probably has the nicest car out of all of us. He's had this car a really, really long time. He's done a really good job with it. Has tons of cool little hidden parts all over it. Lots of alternate parts from years and years and years of ownership. It's a really cool car. Showed at Pebble Beach this year, so he got a chance to kind of show it off in the big leagues, which is pretty cool, but nice to see it street parked here outside of Period Correct. Another interesting little car we got here is the Mitsubishi VR4, or as they're called in Japan, a GTO. This is a car that hasn't totally taken off yet. I feel like there's still a lot of room for these cars to go up. They're really, really cool. This one is, I believe, a 99 model. You can tell the singular headlights. Also has the cooler wing in the back. These are twin turbo manual cars. Super cool cars. One of my best friends in high school had one of these. Thing is so sick. Definitely something that I would keep an eye out for if you're looking for something that's Japanese manual turbo. That one's all-wheel drive, so really, really fun car, and you can pick them up all day for a nice one under $15,000. Some other bargain cars right now. This G-Wagon, if you're into SUVs and want something really cool and unique that's aging really well, these are a deal right now. And then also, these are coming up in price quite a bit, but this generation M3 in general is going up, but the four doors are really, really cool. And this one, super funky, BBS wheels, and like this really cool retro interior on them. So definitely a car that would be on my Euro to own bucket list for sure. Really sick. JZX rolling through. All right, things are winding down around here. We saw some interesting cars for sure. Gonna hop back in the S15, headed up to Long Beach where there is a JDM car meet going on, and see how nicely this thing fits in there. Pulled up to a small meet here at All Import Motors in Long Beach, close to home, so figured we'd check it out. There is a really clean little 240 here though, all stock. Kind of fits with my S chassis weekend that I'm having so far. The S13 is version 1 of the car that I'm currently driving, the S15, so it goes S13, 14, 15, which makes sense. This car debuted, I think, in '89 alongside the R32 GT-R. The S15 debuted along the R34 GT-R in '99. So much like the Skylines, we've got the R32, 33, 34, and then the S13, S14, S15. So around here there's a few other little things, a lot of Miatas, some Accords, and over here a Nissan Pao. So this is a Nissan Pao. It's kind of in that same era of the Figaro that I mentioned in the vlog earlier. This thing is pretty unique in that they came in automatic manual, hardtop and ragtop, and they're pretty interesting. Fun fact, I used to own one of these when I lived in Minnesota. It was a pretty cool little summer cruise around car, but again, pretty interesting styling for something that's a 1989. All right, Kames, got some coffee, and I think that's gonna wrap it up for the weekend. We've done a lot this week and this weekend, so can probably chill out the rest of the day, meeting up with a friend of mine to get some photos tonight of the S15, so check the Instagram for that, and see you guys next week.